Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the Aftershow, where I just talk about why I included some of the stories, why I think they're interesting, and why I think you might think they're interesting as well, and you might want to talk about them in the comments of either this video or the actual video. Who cares? So the first one is the not cold mice. What happened was the scientists just made a toxin that killed off the heat receptors in the not heat receptors, something they did that they killed off the mice's ability to detect temperature, which is probably only included because I'm quite a fan of the scientific community's continual efforts to just dick about with mice and see what they can do. There's a good SMBC comic about the topic of these like super rats because scientists have only done all these things like made rats immortal and things like that. It's quite funny. Second story was the 3D drawing pen. That was actually an incredibly popular Kickstarter. I made sure not to call it a 3D printing pen like they advertised, because the only similarity between that pen and a 3D printer is that it uses the same material that a 3D printer prints. The point of a printer is that it does it automatically, not that you do it by hand, because saying that that's a 3D printer is like saying that a pen that uses the same ink as an inkjet printer is a printer. You know, it doesn't makes not true. So it's a bit annoying that they kind of stretch the truth on that front, but it's still cool anyway. It's a glue gun that uses not glue, uses 3D printing stuff, and yeah, it's real neat. It's real neat. It's actually neater than the story that I did afterwards, which is it's actually, I didn't mention it, but it's a smartphone add-on, and you write with it, and it can also do calligraphy as well as your spelling. German company. It's called the Lernstift, and pretty cool. I included it because you can kind of imagine that kind of thing in Futurama or something like that, except it'll probably shock you or something instead of just buzzing. But it's good. It's good stuff. Trash cleaning robot. That was actually all over the everything. Like, it was on Reddit, it was on Tumblr and things like that. So that's why I kind of mentioned you might have already seen, because you probably might have already seen it. And truth be told, it actually only catches the rubbish 10 to 20% of the time. So it's not that great. However, I thought it was worth including because little things scooting around on the floor, it's very Star Wars. It's very, very everything really. Very sci-fi. So yeah, I thought it was neat to include it. And also because there were a few other robot stories, like I don't know whether it was new this month, but it was reported in the BBC this month, of these automatic stations where normally an automated cow milking thing, you have to have attendants who come in, push the cow into place, and then put the I don't know what you call them, the sucking machine tubes on the cow's udders manually. But this one was laser guided, which is just crazy. But apparently it was in response to the lack of migrant workers, because they've been getting kicked out recently. And then the next story was the little thing that goes on the tablets and cleans your screen, which I thought again was pretty cool. Can I just assume that I think they're all pretty cool, and then I can stop saying it? It's really an opportunity cost thing. They said it would cost something like $17 on release. It's not released yet. When it is released, that's how much it costs. So you might think, oh, well, what's the point of all this? Well, how much time do you spend cleaning your tablet? Should you clean your tablet? You know, have you caught illnesses if you don't clean your tablet, have you caught illnesses off your tablet that have debilitated you to the cost of $17? You know, so it's an opportunity cost thing. And if you do clean your tablet, is the manual labor that you put into cleaning your tablet with your little tablet cleaning stick or cloth or whatever, is that manual labor and that time worth $17 over the lifespan of that robot that you can buy to clean your screen? It's fun to think about. I don't know whether I don't have anything big enough. I don't have a tablet. I just smartphone. It does smartphones as well, but I don't have a tablet really, so Kindle doesn't really count. I think it's probably got to be a glass screen. So yeah, that was neat. The next one was controlling the animal movement with light. You might think, oh, I can already do that because I can just go to a dog, go over there, and the light bouncing off me goes into the dog's eyes, and I've controlled the dog with my light that's bounced off me. But this is really about something else. It was about, let me see if I can't really recall it. You're just gonna have to read it yourself, because it was okay. It was pretty cool. It was about, they had sort of 10,000 different chemicals, tested them all. I'm always really surprised that's the way that kind of science is done. I guess it just goes to show that these kind of giant molecules and things, you just can't analyze them analytically. You have to do a shotgun approach like that, where you test out 10,000 different configurations of this molecule and you find the one that works. And I guess that's why molecules can still be discovered, because you can just keep making different combinations of different atoms and things. I don't know, that kind of science, it's not really anything I really got into as a physicist instead of a chemist or biochemist. So I'm not too familiar with it. But if that's how things are done, shotgun approach, and that's how everything's always been done, then fair dues, I guess. The font changing website I had a lot of fun with, just rocking back and forth like this, forwards and backwards, making the font change like I'm a Hodge twin. You should go on it yourself, like literally just go on it now. You haven't got to sign up for anything. It literally just says, do you want this website to access your webcam? You click yes please, and then it'll try and detect your face, and it'll detect the size of your face and how close you are to the camera, and it'll change the font size. Obviously if your camera is to the left of your screen or something like that, don't do it. But if you've got a laptop or something like that, then that's probably a good idea. Teleexistence, pretty much just the next step in the kind of Russia 2045 movement, if you know what I mean by that. It's very interesting how far that could go. It's something I've thought about actually from before I was probably properly into thinking about the future and things. I always used to think about, as a kid, virtual reality video games, and if you strapped on a headset, how you'd be able to walk around, because you've seen the Oculus Rift that's coming out. Whack it on your head, you're still controlling your legs with your hands. This thing controls your arms just at the top side of your body, but I guess you might have to control your lower half with pedals or something. I don't know how they're going to do it. I came up with a solution when I was a child, that you should just stand on top of a big ball and walk on this big ball, and it rolls. But that isn't really how inertia works with respect to the ground and things like that. So I don't know. Go look at that. It looks great as well. It looks really cool. It looks futuristic. And then there was the 3D microchip, which is just a density thing, just packing more processor power into a single space. It's just a Moore's law thing. That's really all it is. But it's a new paradigm in Moore's law. It's using spintronics, and it's a 3D structure, so it's kind of cool like that. And yeah, that's it. I get a lot of comments saying, hey, why isn't this more popular, your show? And it's because no one shares it. Or if you do share it, you're not sharing it right. So here's my challenge to you. Run around your house 400 times